Hi everyone and welcome or welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So today I am here to do a book haul. I'm here to do a book haul that's roughly starting at the last book haul I did, which I'll link down below. I think that was from like January to March, so this is all of the books I have purchased or received since the middle of March. I've just worked out and there is 60 books on this list. So I've decided that instead of getting all of the books off my shelves and putting them out and doing it that way, I have a list in front of me and I'm going to find each book as it comes up on the list in my room and on my shelves and show you each book one by one. So this could be really chaotic, but we will see how it goes. So I think the last book that I hauled on the video linked below in March was Cursed by Marissa Meyer, so we're starting from there. I do have a spreadsheet of all of the books I have hauled, so that's how I keep track of everything. It's how I'm going to keep track of this. But yeah, I think I've hauled 60 books in the past 3 months, which is 20 a month. It's not as bad as it could be, I guess. It's a lot. It's still a lot. That's like, it's not that far off a book a day. Like, it's more than a book every 2 days, which is scary. I think I worked that out right in my head. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm not really going to dive into the synopses, blurbs, the descriptions of the books that much, because there's a lot to get through. I am just going to grab them and maybe tell you something brief about them, and that's it really. I'll just kind of make a comment about each book, but anyway, let's get started. So the first book on here is the paperback version of Addie LaRue. I was obviously going to get this to add to my collection. I think this might be my 20th copy of Addie, and I also got it at an event where I met V Schwab. I didn't meet her. She did a signing and she did a talk, but she had the books pre-signed before the event, so that was a really nice event. She also had cards where you could leave a note to her and they would like collect them at the end, so I did that. But yeah, I got the paperback version including a signature and a dedication, which is lovely. I then bought a couple of things from the Illumicrate Afterlight sale. So I actually bought these back in February, I think, because it was around Valentine's Day and they arrived in March. So I got Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake, and I got Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. In the same sale I got The Last Night at the Telegraph Club and I got A Scatter of Light. So these are the beautiful Illumicrate editions with the sprayed edges and I love them so much. The next one I bought was Every Gift a Curse by Caroline O'Donoghue. This one I bought to complete my set of the series, the All Our Hidden Gifts series. I still haven't read this, but me and Joe and Amy need to buddy read it because we buddy read the first 2 books together as well. The next ones are this beautiful Afterlight set, which is the Helen Huang set, which includes The Bride Test, The Heart Principle and The Kiss Quotient. And this is one of my favourite sets ever. It's probably my favourite Afterlight set. I absolutely adore this. It is absolutely beautiful. I do have an unboxing on my channel if you want to see it in more detail. I also got the Afterlight book for the month of March, I think it was, and that was For Her Consideration by Amy Spalding. I haven't read this one yet, but happy to have it on my shelves. And I bought the other Olivia Dade books that I was missing off eBay, so spoiler alert and all the feels. As you can tell, I went through a bit of a mad spree getting Afterlight books. I then picked up the Waterstones exclusive edition of The Lies We Sing to the Sea by Sarah Underwood. And it's also a signed edition, which I didn't realise or couldn't remember. I did want to get this, but I wasn't in a rush to get this, and then my friend Sophie told me that she wrote the tagline on the back of the book, and immediately I needed to buy it, so I have it now. Harper sent me M.A. Cusnier's upcoming book as a proof, and that's Upon a Frosted Star, which comes out in September this year. And my friend Leah gave me a copy of Home by Penny Parks, which my mom has also read, and I've taken it back from her because she said she really enjoyed it, and Leah also enjoyed this one, so it's my turn to read it now. Harper sent me another proof, which was Clementine and Danny Save the World and Each Other. This one sounds so cute and it's out next month and I need to read it soon. Not 100% sure how to say this word, but I think this is Penguin. Yeah, Penguin sent me a paperback copy of the Anthropocene? Can't say I've ever said this out loud, but this book by John Green. which I'm interested in. I wasn't interested enough to get it in hardback, but Penguin sent me a paperback and I've heard quite good things about it, so yeah, I'm intrigued. And then somebody I work with gave me A Dark Inheritance by H.F. Asquith. Again, probably wouldn't have purchased this one myself, but it does sound interesting. I was intrigued enough to accept this as a second-hand copy. I then bought Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and this is in the stack of books behind me that me and Courtney are going to take on holiday next week and we're going to read together. So I purchased this one in advance of that. I think Courtney ordered it for us. And then I was sent another proof, this time from Orion, and it's A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Heard good things about this one, it sounds really good, and it has a quote from Ali Hazelwood as well, so want to read this one. Obviously I want to read it, I want to read all of the books on this haul, but the next one is Sheets by Brenna Thumbler. This is another one that me and Courtney are going to read next week. It looks beautiful. I've had my eye on this one for years, I would say, and I love this paperback edition that's just come out, and this is coming on holiday with me. I also have another graphic novel. This one was sent to me by Harper again, so thank you to them, and this is North Ranger by Ray Tessero and Brie Indigo, and this one is mostly black and white and also has a sample of what the finished graphic novel will look like, which is this like red colour scheme. Looks really, really good. The next one was also sent to me from the publisher, and that's Killing Jericho by William Hussey, and this one was sent to me by Bonnier, so thank you to them. I read Hideous Beauty by William Hussey when it came out and I really, really loved it, so I'm excited for this one, which is an adult crime horror, I think. Sounds like it's going to be really good. I then have my absolutely stunning set, the Illumicrate set of The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, or the Wayfarers series by Becky Chambers. I have an unboxing for this series on my channel as well, and these are absolutely beautiful. I've still not read any yet, but I'm confident I'm going to love them. Mine and Courtney's pre-orders for the US edition of Solitaire came through, and we've been collecting the US editions of Alice Oseman books as they've been released because they are stunning. I love this cover so much, it's so pretty, and they're so pretty under the dust jacket as well, so yeah, this one came through as well. I then picked up a copy of Water for Elephants secondhand in a secondhand bookshop because I don't mind this cover. I feel like every time I see this book I don't really like the cover, and my lovely friend Amy has been pestering me to read this for years because she absolutely loves it, so I thought I would finally pick it up with a cover that I don't despise, and I don't mind the spine as well. I feel like the spine is quite important because you see it all the time, and I didn't mind this one. I'm generally very good at finding where, like knowing where all of the books are in this room. However, this one took me a while to find, but I picked up Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. Still haven't read Station 11, but I feel like I'm going to love it, and I'm really excited for this one. I love this cover, like the foiling on it is beautiful, and I got the Waterstones exclusive edition, which is why I didn't wait very long to pick this one up, and I got it pretty much when it came out in paperback, but yeah, I'm excited for this one. I then had my Waterstones pre-order of In the Lives of Puppets come through. This is the Waterstones exclusive signed edition with the absolutely beautiful sprayed edges. I love TJ Klune's writing so much, and I'm very excited to read this one soon. Hopefully soon. It's been a while since I've read a TJ Klune book. I received another proof, I think also from Harper, if I remember rightly. This is from Harper too, and it's Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. Still haven't read a Tessa Bailey book, but I need to, so I thought I would request this one, which is her newest, and I received it, so thank you to Harper. I then had a little parcel of proofs turn up from Hachette. I think they were from Hachette, and it included this one, which is Lose You to Find Me by Eric J. Brown. I really enjoyed All That's Left in the World, and because this one's also about cooking, I couldn't resist, and it just looks so cute. I love the cover as well. This is the proof copy. The next one I received is also one from Harper, and it's Imogen, obviously, by Becky Albertalli. I love the US cover for this book, and I would really like to pick it up sometime, to be honest. I am not a big fan of the UK cover, but this one was sent to me by HarperCollins for free, so thank you so much to Harper for sending me this one too. It's been a while since I read a Becky Albertalli book, but I've enjoyed everything I've read by her. I think I've just missed Kate in Waiting, if I'm remembering rightly. I think I've read all of the others that she's written, and I've got this one too now. The next one I received is Cursed Crowns, and this one was sent to me by Electric Monkey, so thank you to them. I actually really liked Twin Crowns, which was the first book in this series, and I'm excited to continue with it because I liked it a lot more than I expected, so I jumped at the chance of receiving a copy of the second book. Next is another William Hussey book that was sent to me by the publisher, so thank you to Usborne, and this is Broken Hearts and Zombie Parts by William Hussey. It says a big gay rom-zom-com, so I'm excited, it sounds great, and I love this cover too. This is a proof copy as well. Next, I received a copy of You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron. This one sounds great. This is by the author of Cinderella is Dead and This Poison Heart, and it's a horror book that's set around Camp Mirror Lake. It says it's Friday the 13th meets The Haunting of Bly Manor and Get Out. Sounds like it's going to be great, and a diversion from summer like romance contemporary. It's also really short as well. Barrington Stoke, who are a dyslexia-friendly publisher, sent me their dyslexia-friendly retelling of Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, which is written by Laura Wood. It's rewritten by Laura Wood, which I'm very excited for. I've also read the retelling of Pride and Prejudice she did for Barrington Stoke, and I thought it was great, so I've been really excited for this one ever since it was announced, and they sent me a copy, so thank you so much to Barrington Stoke for sending this one my way. I then purchased the Illumicrate Afterlight edition of You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emeze, and I purchased this one second hand. It is very pretty, it has a lovely sprayed edged, lovely spine, and it's pretty under the dust jacket as well. I am still annoyed that this one does not match in size or like design the other Afterlight books, but it was like one of the only ones I was missing, so I wanted to get this one as well, and I'm intrigued about this one. I was on holiday in the Lake District with Amy, and I always like to bring back a souvenir, and this one felt quite apt for the day because it was quite dark and rainy. This is Hold Back the Tide by Melinda Salisbury, which has been on my radar for years and I've never picked it up, and I just felt like I was in the mood for this one, which is a chilling tale about the dire costs of sorcery and greed, apparently. Yeah, I thought I would give this one a go and bring it back from the Lake District. It felt applicable. I was then sent this very chunky book from Penguin. Thank you to Penguin for this one. This is the Penguin book of Korean short stories, and it has a lot in here. That's the list of who is in here, all of the stories. Just thought this would be a nice way to introduce me to some more translated and Korean fiction. The next one was also sent to me by HarperCollins, and it's Love at First Set by Jennifer Duggan, who is the author of Some Girls Do, Hot Dog Girl, a couple of other sapphic YA books, and this one is a sapphic adult book. It's a sports romance, and yeah, I'm excited for this one too. And right next to it we have Rhubarb Lemonade by Oscar Kroon, which is a translated sapphic YA. I think it's YA. Yeah, YA romance, and this one was sent to me by Hotkey. It's short. I feel like this one will be great for a hot summer's day, like today if I was not working. I then bought I Hear the Sunspot Limit 3. I still need to track down Limit 2, but I thought I should just collect these when I can because manga's so hard to get hold of, so I got this one. So hopefully when I've got Limit 2 I can continue with this beautiful manga series. I then got these two beautiful books from FairyLoot. I got An Enchantment of Ravens and A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. These match the edition of Vespertine that I have. They're a matching set and they are beautiful. They're designed like these old books and I love them a lot. I then received a few proofs from Pan Macmillan at an event for Waterstones booksellers, and the first one I received was a proof of Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, which I'm very excited for, so thank you for this one. I also got a copy of 10 Times Karma, which is a non-fiction, so I don't include that on my same lists because I don't like to limit myself on when or how I should read non-fiction. I see it as more of like, I'm happy to own these and just peruse them as the years go on, so I don't include them on lists really, but this is one I picked up as well, which is about beating anxiety, and it's written by a clinical psychologist, and I thought why not, this could help. So I got this one. I also picked up Fall of Ruin and Wrath. Every time I say this or type this I think it should be Fall of Wrath and Ruin, but you know, that's fine. This is Jennifer L. Almentrout's newest romance, which is, or romantasy as they tend to be called now, fantasy romance, and this one comes out in September this year. I've not read anything by her yet, but I thought I would pick this one up, why not? I also picked up this very cute middle grade which is called Greenwild, The World Behind the Door, and it's by Parry Thomas, and this is set in Kew Gardens. It has a lovely map of Kew Gardens in the front as well. Cannot wait for this one, it looks so cute. I also picked up a hardback of Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin, mainly to match my hardback of The Nature of Witches, which I really enjoyed actually, so looking forward to picking this one up as well. I also got the Illumicrate Afterlight edition of Happy Place by Emily Henry, which is so beautiful, and I've heard such good things about this one. And I loved Book Lovers. Yeah, Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I want to get the other Afterlight editions of the other Emily Henry books, but they're very hard to get, but I am on the lookout because I would love a matching set of these. And it looks like I missed this one off my list, but it's In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune, the Fairy Loot edition. I got this one at second hand, quite cheap, and I knew I wanted it because it's such a beautiful edition and I love it so much. It has these stunning end papers as well, and it's very pretty under the dust jacket, so yeah, I have 2 copies of this one now. I think last but not least we have this stack, which I haven't even put away yet, it's just on the floor. So firstly I have volume 3 and volume 4 of Lore Olympus by Rachel Smith, Rachel Sprythe, and I pre-ordered the Illumicrate editions because Illumicrate have all of my money. So yeah, these are the Illumicrate editions that match my volume 1 and 2. Surprise, surprise, we have more Illumicrate Afterlight books. I got the True Love Experiment and the Soulmate Equation. I think this was technically the Afterlight book. Was it this one? Was it this one? One of them was the main book for the Afterlight box, one of them was an add-on. I have read one book by Christina Lauren before and I loved it, so I had to get both of them obviously. The next ones are a couple I picked up at Hay Festival, including The Other Edie Trimmer by Jacqueline Wilson, Catfish Rolling by Clara Kumagi, and Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. I then came home to a proof from Hodder? Yeah, Hodderscape. And this is Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. This is apparently the must-read debut fantasy of 2023. Does look good and I love this cover too, so I'm excited to pick this one up. It comes out on the 27th of this month, so in about 10 days time. And I picked up the latest volume of I Hear the Sunspot, which is 4 Seasons Volume 1, so this is the latest one that's been translated into English. And last but definitely not least, I picked up Aquicorn Cove by Kay O'Neill, which is this beautiful tiny graphic novel. I'm very excited to read this one. I picked up Princess Ever After by Kay O'Neill last year in Gaze the Word in London, and I took it on holiday and read it in like half an hour, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with this one. Bought it in Gaze the Word last weekend when I was in London with some friends, and I'm going to take it on mine and Courtney's annual reading retreat and read it as a running theme, so very excited for this. It's the only Kay O'Neill graphic novel I have not read, and I love their books. They are the author and illustrator of the Tea Dragon Society as well. This art style is just beautiful. Okay, so unless I have missed anything, which I may well have done, I think that is all of the books that I have picked up, received, bought in the past 3 months. So there is 61 books if we count that spare copy of In the Lives of Puppets from Fairy Loot, so yeah. It's a lot of books, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing them all. Let me know if you think I should prioritise any, because I'm very bad at doing that. But if you enjoyed more than one, if you enjoyed one or more, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye!